For my In the News, I picked an article from the New York Times titled Air Force Failed to Report Dozens of Service Members to Gun Database. So it was unveiled today that about 60,000 since 2002 of Air Force members that have a criminal record were not properly reported. So this kind of came to light because of the Texas shooting. Devin P. Kelly, the shooter, had criminal background and domestic violence charges against him, but was still able to buy a gun because he wasn't reported in the database. Attorney Jeff Sessions said that the National Instant Criminal Background Check System is critical for us to be able to keep guns out of the hands of those that are prohibited from owning them. He continued and said the recent shooting in Sutherland Springs, Texas, revealed that relevant information may not be getting reported to the NICS. This is alarming and unacceptable. There are a ton of lawsuits against the Air Force, one including a mother from Texas named Clarice Holcomb. Her son died in the shooting along with 8 other family members. So she's suing for wrongful death and negligence of the Air Force. The Air Force spokesman said that the Air Force does not comment on those specific claims, but that every such claim is thoroughly investigated and researched in accordance with established law and regulation. So their response to this awful crisis is that they're making a directive. All the incidents are being reviewed, which will take months. Going forward, the Air Force personnel must confirm that reportable cases have been entered into the federal database by using a screenshot or printing it out. So I related this to a class. It has to do with a lot of things, especially crisis communication. This is a huge crisis, and they're responding to it as best they can. It's definitely an ethical issue because they're dealing with lives. Trust and reputation is kind of lost with the public of the Air Force, which is basically the citizens of the United States. So my questions were, are they handling the crisis correctly? Like, if this were a business, do you think the spokesperson's response and their new initiative of reviewing and printing out the database, do you think that's enough? And another question I had, and if this were a business, would they lose their business with their publics? I'm assuming yes, because lives are lost, but assuming this was a different issue and they handled a similar way, would they able to be able to bounce back? And because they are the Air Force and they're part of the U.S. government, will they bounce back? Like, are these lawsuits going to affect them detrimentally or not?